Well, thanks everybody for coming. I'm glad you're here on the bridge today. Shit that I've been wanting to bring up.
Yeah, there's some things I want to bring up as well.
Yeah, let's talk about
some very important things.
I saw that you were watching Dragon Ball earlier.
Yeah.
And I thought about, I actually did think about watching Super. I've been meaning to watch it. But I also feel kind of like I didn't get some of the backstory. I know it's like a weird thing to say.
Yeah. So the thing about Super is it is like 99% just fan service. And then the rest is like plot development and characters and nonsense like that. But it's almost all like, Goku going Super Saiyan and then the new Super Saiyan Blue, and they bring back Trunks from the future and he's a badass, and it's all this shit. And it's just like all fan service. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love every single second of it.
Wait, they bring him back from the future?
In Super there's like 2 arcs, and one, the future Trunks from the Cell Saga, like the teen one, the cool one with the purple jacket and all that. He comes back in time again because now there's a new bad guy that looks like Goku that's taken over the world, and he's going to destroy the universe, so he needs to
What do you
go
mean
back.
by he looks like Goku?
Huh?
What do you mean by he looks like Goku?
Would you like for me to spoil it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Goku.
Well, actually, I guess don't.
Well,
It's out there. But I also want to know, he goes back in time. You mean he travels to the past?
Yes.
Okay.
She doesn't have any...
Spoiler alert!
She has no basis of understanding. I have a little bit.
Oh.
Does he ever go back to the future?
Yes, and he brings his young ward with him.
Mm-hmm.
And zany adventures unfold in there, and then they go way back
and then
into
someone
the past.
fucks their mom, and it's fine.
Yeah, and then they have sex with their mom. It's cool. Plays a guitar riff. And
People really overplay that him fucking his mom thing. He was not into it in the movies. They really go way too far into it.
Sure. But they do try to say that the song that was written by a black dude might have come from a white guy.
We're going to forget that. We're going to forget that because it's a piece of classic cinema. Okay?
Gotcha. Dragon Ball.
Sorry.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox wrote...
No.
Oh, no. That's not what we're talking about. Although it's documented in the history books.
Right. Canon. Real world canon.
Yeah.
It's just another word for history. It's
real world canon.
You guys know that Walt Disney actually wrote Dragon Ball Z?
I thought so. That explains all the mice in it. But yeah, no, it's just all fan service. Like, Piccolo trains Gohan again... And like Vegeta has like badass moments, like it's all fancy, but it's like cool. But then it gets like,
wait, how does Piccolo train Gohan again? He's a grown adult.
Well, like because
the guy can go Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah, well in Super, like he stops fighting entirely. Like how like at the end he was like, oh, I'm going to be a nerd,
like he does in every.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like this time he just goes full on nerd and he wears glasses like a nerd would and stuff like that.
Oh wow! So he has no power anymore.
Yeah, basically, like he doesn't know how to fight and stuff like that. So Piccolo's
also,
like, I'm sorry.
Train. Quick aside: anybody with glasses is disgusting.
Yeah, like if you wear glasses, like you deserve to be punched in the face and shoved in a trash can.
Absolutely.
4 eyes.
Yeah, I get called 4 eyes and nerd
monsters.
Clearly you don't, give anything back to the world you live in. Fucking nerds.
Ugh, sorry, I was just thinking about it. Ugh.
Like, I want to go punch something with lenses right
just
now.
Fix your eyes, you idiot. Like, right, computer?
Yeah.
I don't do drugs, though. Just weed.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
It helps with his vision.
That's probably why it took him so long to respond.
Drugs.
He's doing drugs.
So, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. Go ahead. What were you saying about Jiren?
Oh, it's so fucking cool. Well, they do the typical Dragon Ball Z thing where they keep building up the fight. Yeah. And then they do like a little bit, and then they go and talk about some other shit for a while, and then they come back and like, oh, they're gonna fight, right. And then they like.
So then my question is, the audience, if you're saying it's fan service, is the audience like in their 30s? This isn't a children's cartoon anymore. It's
like in this weird limbo where like it's like at points try to make it a bit more adult, but then a lot of times it's still like a kid's show at heart.
Define adult.
Well, like there's like a very passionate lovemaking scene between Goku and Vegeta. Very graphic.
It's very progressive.
But tastefully done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
artfully so.
Akira Toriyama was like, look, this is what this has all been building up
this
to.
Is all of this,
True fans know.
How did you not see this coming?
From Frieza to Cell, like this is exactly where this was going.
Right. With incredibly effeminate Frieza, I thought I was being very clear.
Yeah.
Who was the fat baby looking one?
Boo.
Okay. Is he
He's
in the
completely
new
irrelevant
one?
now.
He's like they keep bringing him in for like an episode or two, and then they just like he's not in it anymore.
Gotcha. He's
Here's-
like the Jar Jar Binks of Dragon Ball Z.
Kind of, but I think he's a bit more liked. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. But okay,
Yeah.
so here's what I don't get, and maybe you can explain this to me. So Boo died, and then he came back as an Indian boy named Oob,
Yes,
who's more powerful than Boo.
in GT, yes.
Ooh, but I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. He comes back as an Indian boy named Oob with a really hipster haircut,
Mm-hmm.
and then Boo's still alive
Correct.
in the other world.
Yes. Correct.
So what does that mean? What is that?
Okay,
You
so
get the best of both worlds.
yes.
You get
So-
Oob and Boo.
So follow me here. So Fat Boo was Majin Buu, and he had good and evil in him. And he got a puppy, and someone killed the puppy, and it made him really mad. And he expunged all of the evil out of him, and that evil one then ate the fat one, and then became like the Kid Boo that died. And when he died, the Fat Boo got popped out of him. And then when the kid one died, he got reborn as the Indian boy.
Is this real life?
Correct. Welcome to anime.
This sounds like a writer had to like have a 6-year-old boy, a 6-year-old son, gets him a little drunk. Okay.
Also, they go to heaven to fight the Kid Boo, and then they come back.
One more thing, just for you, Malik. There's Boo, and then his creator, or
Oh, yeah. There's 2 generations.
feel free.
Oh, well, okay. So the guy that originally made him was named Bibbidi, and then he had a son named Bobbidi,
Boppity. Yep.
and then Boo.
Oh no.
So it's a subtle play on words here.
Yeah, I don't know if you're getting it.
Yeah.
Very, very
That's not
subtle.
Jar.
Yeah.
Bibbidi begot Bobbidi, who begot Boo.
Very biblical.
Yes.
I'm sorry. No, I really did want to talk to you about this because
Yeah.
I've been curious because I've been watching Super. What is with them still doing the power scaling thing to such an insane degree? Like, it was always crazy, but they're like, you know what? You thought it was bad before.
Yeah, like that's kind of, and I love Dragon Ball Z, but like now there's like nowhere to go because now they're fighting people that are literally gods.
Literally.
Like in the last episode I saw, the guy is literally as strong as a god, and he and Vegeta is fighting this man, and he is a god. Like you don't get stronger than that, and
Right.
like they're. And like the tournament they're in right now, if your universe loses the tournament, your universe gets destroyed. Like there's nowhere, like there's no more up you can
Levels.
go. Like
But every time we say that,
yeah, there's something new.
they find a way to do that.
Yeah.
Like, be more obscene with the
Yeah.
power scaling.
Which is like it's just out of hand. Like but like when like Dragon Ball Z started, like Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball was fine. Like no one could blow up a planet, and like the worst they could do was like there was a mountain on fire and Goku couldn't put that out. Like that was a problem he had to face. Now like he'll blow up universes.
Yeah. No, it's just universe is gone.
Yeah.
I want them to do another training montage or a training session, and it's just like Goku trying to lift more weights. He's just like, no, if I just put like 2 more of these giant, weights on,
Yeah.
this will get me to where I need to be.
No, they got so ridiculous with the weight and the strength training and all that.
Yeah.
That they had to make devices, gadgets, and universes that would increase their gravity so that they could justify it. Because Goku couldn't possibly lift a weight big enough to signify him working out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he's going to Namek and stuff. You're so strong that we cannot pictorialize for the viewer you exercising anymore.
Yeah, he was. What was he? He was doing like 100 times Earth's gravity,
Yeah.
and he's doing like push-ups on a finger.
Push-ups on a finger and
like-
flipping around.
Yeah, you're like, come on. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the show to death, but like,
It was already over on Namek.
He just doesn't look that jacked.
he's lean. That's what a lot of protein.
Lean.
He's got the Bruce
He's
Lee body.
Asian.
Yeah, he's
To
Asian.
look like that and be Asian, I mean,
He looks ripped, but I've seen bigger dudes.
Asian dudes?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, Nappa was a bigger Asian
But
dude.
didn't they do
Oh,
a
sure.
Dragon Ball movie and it was all white people?
We don't speak
We don't
of that.
speak of that.
Okay.
That does not exist. That is not canon.
Speaking of canon, how does the Super fit into the Dragon Ball canon? Like, is it like after
They
GT
just
or-
threw GT out the window.
Oh, just completely.
They're like,
okay.
that does not exist. I don't know what
Really?
you're talking. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
makes
and now
sense.
like the because, like, you know how nerd fans are. They're still trying to... So it's like, you know, is Super Saiyan Blue stronger or weaker than Super Saiyan 4? And, like, there's, like, really... Like, people that totally aren't me have posted really long threads about which one is stronger than the other, and there's no way to, like... figure it out.
But Blue has to be stronger because they're fighting gods. Again, we just talked about this, right? This person can destroy universes versus... I mean, it's a kind of...
Well, now, because they of course, because power scaling Saiyans and stuff, so there's Ultra Instinct, which is above Blue. But, like, that's like you're, like... That's like when you're, like, redlining and about to die, so, like, you can't just... Stop shaking your head. Let me get out my flowchart real quick to show you exactly how everything works.
What level is Super Saiyan Manarama?
Super Saiyan or Manarama is 3 steps above Super Saiyan, but below Blue, but above God.
Okay, understood.
There's an
Also,
above God.
Yes, there is Super Saiyan God,
there is an actual level
which is
called,
weaker than Blue.
but there's a level called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, right?
Yes, that's the Blue.
Oh, okay.
But nerds shorted. But yeah, it's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Okay.
Yes,
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
correct.
That's writing. That's someone wrote that and said, "Yep."
They're like, don't. Can we say this in less words? We could, but I won't get the message across.
If you don't get it, okay. So you know how Super Saiyan is the thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Again. Yeah, we have that. It's 2.
Yeah.
No. No.
You idiot. Listen.
You plebeian. Let me explain how this form works. You idiot. His hair turns blue.
Yeah. Are you not getting it? His hair is blue now. But we've been doing the yellow thing for... Why not make it yellow?
Just slapped him.
Where else are we supposed to go with it? We made it yellow, then we made it spiker yellow, and then we made it really long and yellow? Where do we go now?
They literally went all the way back around. In Super Saiyan 4, wasn't his hair black again?
Yeah.
His hair was black again, yeah.
He's like, we have nowhere else to go.
He ran out of colors. They only have gold and black markers in Japan.
I kind of want to force Malik to watch Dragon Ball Z.
No, please
just
don't.
To, like...
Oh, we're going to sit down and we'll watch it.
Kai shortens it down pretty.
Yeah, I like Kai because it gets rid of like a lot of the filler, and like the animation's a bit smoother. But I like the old one.
But I will admit that, and this, I'm sorry to offend you. I think that Dragon Ball Z is bad. It's a bad anime, and and you have to forgive it because it's so before everything else, and everything like spawned out of it and stuff. And I still enjoy watching it from nostalgia purposes and other things like that. But oh my god, you calm down.
Isaac, I just have one. Why do you hate perfect works of art? You know what I mean? Like you hate Dragon Ball, you hate Waterworld, you hate Dragon Ball Z. Like I don't understand why you don't like perfection in its purest form.
Those are the 3 examples.
Those are the 3 he had. I actually love Dragon Ball, by the way. I think Dragon Ball.
I do like Dragon Ball more than I like Dragon Ball Z.
I thought it was the same thing.
Incorrect.
I thought
You plebeian.
someone was just like saying Z is too much work, so it's just Dragon Ball.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know. Push his glasses up.
The story isn't incredibly convoluted and very esoteric. How would you possibly?
It's such a deep, cerebral story. They had to break it apart.
Like, imagine if you did that with any other story. Pride and Prejudice A.
Pride and.
Yeah.
Part 2 is Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. And you just...
Yeah, Prejudice what?
That's a completely different story. It has nothing to do with the first one. Why would you even think?
Oh, Lord.
All right, sorry.
But if we're talking about canon and nerds losing their shit, I'd like to talk about Star Wars new canon.
And it also ties into destroying universes.
Yes, exactly.
When does that happen?
Well, the old canon, they like...
Oh, they destroyed the old universe. I like
Yeah,
Now I see
Nathan's
the
not an
segue.
idiot.
Now I see the segue.
I was really excited when I heard that they were doing, they just were like, fuck all that old shit, we're starting new. Because, as part of a series that's been around for decades, centuries, it's really
110 years.
It's hard to catch up on
No, it's
something.
decade centuries.
Decades, centuries, yeah.
100 years.
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
It's hard to get into something that's already been in the works for so long. It's like, okay, you want to start reading Batman, where do you start on the comics?
Agreed.
You can't ever have it all because you don't have enough time to read every comic ever made.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited when Star Wars did that, and they just like scrapped all the old shit, and they were like, okay, this is what's real, because it was an opportunity to to get in on the ground floor. And some of it's really good, especially because a lot of it's written by ladies.
Plus, like what are they, cookbooks?
Star Wars cookbooks.
I'd actually like to learn how to make the blue milk. And
Blue
stuff
milk,
like that.
all recipes.
But wait, no, but I did hear a fact about the new Star Wars canon. Apparently, Phasma, that character, you know the one,
The shiny one?
The
yeah,
shiny-
she's actually based off Martha Stewart.
I
like,
thought
they took
so.
directly from.
That's why in every scene she's baking a pie
got
and
an apron
stuff.
on.
Look, we can all fucking remember Martha Stewart went to prison, so maybe it
And
is.
she had the
Makes
most
sense.
ornate cell. It was lovely.
Yeah, I'll talk about Phasma though. She's 6'7". I don't know if that's
For real? Like in the
yeah.
canon, she's 6'7"?
She's 6'7".
Is she a
that's
human being?
She's a human.
Oh,
From Parnassus,
of course.
Right.
which is like a hell planet. Essentially, it's been mined to death, so it's just like parts of it are. It's completely unlivable. Their tribes are like so far behind, and she basically just
Better than the Detroit.
Whoa!
she abandons like all of her people at the idea of becoming part of the new
new
order.
empire.
Yeah, and it's crazy. That story's crazy.
So she's not like recruited like most stormtroopers are. Like she goes willingly. Like I'm volunteering for this. Like
General
kind of thing.
General Hux crash lands on Parnassus, and she goes to like loot his ship, and he's like, "Well, if you save me, you can come and get all this nice stuff." And she's like, "Hell yeah!" and like betrays everybody and does that.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
cutthroat biatch.
I feel like if I was 6'7", I would join the military too.
Yeah, or like start playing basketball.
One
Like
of the two.
military or basketball. That's your only choices if you're
I feel
above
like the
6'5".
I feel like the leagues on Hell Planet wouldn't be something I'd want to get into.
True. A lot of indoor courts.
Well, what's crazy is you see her just in a couple times in the movies, and she's got that big shiny mask on, and you never get to see her face, and that's like a thing. But even on that planet, she wears a mask because it's very tribal. But the thing is, they find out and they reveal in Phasma the book that she's beautiful.
Aww.
She's fierce and beautiful and a monster, and she'll murder you in a second.
Just
All right.
like Martha Stewart.
Full circle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was this by any chance written by a woman?
It was.
Okay, I was surprised by that. But
But it's canon.
Kane,
The moral being that beautiful women can also be monsters.
Yes.
But
She's 6'7",
Society's all hiding
ultimate
from us.
warrior. Doesn't matter that she's pretty. She hides her face and gets shit done. She doesn't want to be sexualized. She's not a woman. She's a warrior.
Too late. You know how nerds are.
by the way, her full name is Phasma Susan B. Anthony.
She only has one name. It's Phasma. It's not a
Susan B.
joke. No, her name is just Phasma.
Malik, please put the switchblade away. It's fine.
No, it was really good, and it was told.
Tubman.
no, she was not a freedom fighter. How can you not understand this?
But I think I was talking
The
to
Riveter.
I was talking to Nathan about how I stop it. How I finally watched Rogue One
I love Rogue One.
after reading Catalyst and Rebel Rising, which are the two books that lead up to Rogue One. So Catalyst is about the Ursos, like the family, and then Rebel Rising's about Jyn as a teen to young adult. And then when I finally saw Rogue One, I was just like really upset because it was like 2 hours, and these other books were 400 pages each, and I was just like, I didn't feel like I was getting enough. Like I could I wasn't getting enough visuals. I really needed to know
Every more inner monologue.
Yeah. I saw your wistful look, but I didn't know how you were feeling
On the inside.
every second of every. So I just, I kind of want to read the novelization of Rogue One now, just to feel like I've gotten
Understand it.
everything.
Really sucked the juice out of that movie.
Kane, it looked kind of like you wanted to say something about Star Wars canon.
Well, actually, I don't know if I say anything about the canon necessarily, like specifically anything in particular, but the actually was just looking at a video essay of a guy who was talking about the Jedi Order and how it's it sort of preaches this, like, I guess it's sort of like, I really don't want to use this word, but like toxic form of masculinity. in its like nature, because like the Jedi are supposed to like repress their emotions, and how it like it's actually they're kind of it's their crappy like lifestyle or belief structure that actually caused Darth Vader to become Darth Vader. Like, he wouldn't have been Darth Vader if they had just like respected his feelings about his mom and all this sort of stuff. And I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's like super weird. I kind of want to get you guys' take on that.
I don't think that's super weird at all.
It's
surprisingly,
of course.
I was reading the books like a long time ago, like not the books, but some books talking about like Qui-Gon Jinn and like Obi-Wan and how like Qui-Gon was always like, you know, kind of like an emotional person, and if he was like less impetuous and impulsive, he could have been on the council. And it was like, I think when I was reading it, I always thought like, oh, you know, like I was kind of with Obi-Wan. Like Obi-Wan was always more like level-headed, and he was just like, oh, you know, Qui-Gon, why can't you just be like all the other good masters or something like that? You know, like almost have like the pupil sort of, you know, scolding the master, and like I always kind of sided with him. But then after that essay, I was thinking like, oh shit, maybe Qui-Gon was really onto something.
Have you ever read anything about the Night Sisters?
No.
Which I know Isaac likes a whole bunch.
I love them.
I know nothing about that.
Well, the Night Sisters use the dark side, but they use it to just like make sure their planet fucking is working right, and it's all women. Mm-hmm. And Asajj Ventress, she was a Jedi and then left, and they thought it was because she like went to the dark side, but really she was just a Night Sister. So like the idea is exactly, you see women using the dark side for good, because she ends up like saving the day in Dark Disciple, which is another canon book. And I think it's totally possible to be able to use the Force in the light and the dark. I
don't like taking this position, but I do want to say that there is something. There is something to be said about adding multiculturalness. Is that the right word? Multiculturality? To things at the expense. Meaning, that you think that putting a brown character into this automatically elevates it. And I guess it does for society, but it doesn't for the story.
Sure, I'm looking for your connection.
My connection to what you were talking about?
Uh-huh.
So we remade the canon, and when we remade the canon, we have to make every character a woman.
Not every character.
No. But the one that doesn't need to learn from Luke before being able to fight the person who was trained by him, who might be the strongest person, and also...
You're talking about movies, I'm talking about books, and you're just super butthurt, and that's fine.
I am not butthurt. I didn't hate the Ghostbusters. I didn't hate the female Ghostbusters.
I did.
It was so
terrible. God, that was the worst.
Okay, I didn't think it was as bad as people
I didn't see it.
Made it out to be.
I don't know how anyone could appreciate that movie, and I'm not even kidding about this.
It wasn't good. It was a bad movie. It was a bad movie, but I didn't hate it like everyone else was like dripping with hate.
Mm-hmm. I'm just never going to watch it again.
I thought it was just not a good movie.
Sure.
And
that's a lot of vitriol right there. That was intense. Kane hated that movie.
It's a bad movie.
It is a bad movie. But like, I'm
going to come back to this, but go ahead.
but I'm looking forward to...
He'll just seethe over in the corner.
I'm looking forward to Ocean's 8, which is the Ocean's remake with all women.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm cautiously optimistic about that. I love female empowerment things in general.
You don't have to keep defending yourself. It's fine.
I am defending myself because...
But I don't feel like the new Star Wars movies, it's just about her. I mean, sure, I get you could be upset about that, but she's not the only main character in that movie. Like, they didn't redo it and made her the star of the new Star Wars movie exclusively.
No, I'm talking about all of the things that you just said that are now canon and all the things that were not.
Well, to be fair...
So Jedi Apprentice, which is two guys, no longer canon, but Phasma and the Night Sisters.
Okay, well, I'd like to be fair that there are, like, 20 new canon books, and I picked these because these are the ones I was interested in. So if there are 3 Star Wars books that are new canon, I've read the ones with female characters. So does it mean, like, there's Sith Lords that are still all dudes? What a surprise. There's I just mean that there's...
She's sponsored by Febreze. She's trying to get that in there.
That's why she keeps spraying it on me.
No, you're just smelling it.
I just mean that there are plenty of other ones that are still with the main dude characters. I just am drawn to the ones that are, 1, written by ladies, and 2, have lady leads.
Unrelated to anything, but Slightly related. There was a Jedi that turned to the dark side. I don't think he's canon anymore, but he went to the dark side just cause. Like,
Why not?
like you know how like all of them are like gone to it
happens.
by rage and stuff like that. He was just like, I wonder what the dark side's like, and then just like studied the dark side.
And I was like, this is empirically better.
Well, I think he just like studied the dark side and became like a Sith Lord, and then died. Like he didn't like take over. Like he was just like, I wonder what it's like.
No hug for me?
No, I don't know if he got any hugs.
Do you know his name?
I don't remember the name.
Qui-Gon, his first apprentice was he became a Sith Lord, but I don't think he like really made like a big deal. It seems actually kind of interesting because it seems like most Sith Lords kind of like burn out. Like they're like, yeah, I got all this power, and then just like implode. Like nothing.
They're like
happens.
rock stars in the 80s.
But you know, I find
Exactly, they're all part of the 29 Club.
whenever I'm
27
27, yeah. Whenever I'm reading any of the books that have the Sith Lords, it's like reading a political novel. It's all about like bureaucracy and angst.
Right.
Just like, but no one's paying attention to me, and I just murdered like 300 million people, and I'm not the boss yet. And it's just like,
This is Lumpy
okay.
Space Princess.
Mixed with Fight Club.
just wanted to kill all the people, and no one's paying attention.
Darth Lumpy.
Precisely.
He's a real one.
I always feel like the Sith Lords seem kind of emo.
Yes,
Kind of weird.
100%.
Have you not seen Kylo Ren?
Yes.
That's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend's
He's-
very emo.
He's my boyfriend.
I feel like he's like number one. Like he's like, I want to be like Darth Vader.
Yeah. Would it be like, oh, my parents just don't get me?
Go listen to some
Grandpa.
dashboard confessionals.
Grandpa let me do what I want.
Dashboard's not nearly emo enough.
More emo than Dashboard?
Way more emo than Dashboard. You're talking like from first to last.
He's sitting there burning himself with a little mini lightsaber. Want to see if I could still feel this.
Just don't get me. But
I feel like the other Sith Lords would have tossed Kylo Ren out. Like,
yeah, you're not cool enough, Kylo. Look at my lightsaber, though.
But damn, Darth Vader.
Yeah, whatever.
They keep calling him Ben.
Yeah. No, my name's Kylo. I'm gonna start my own empire. You jerks won't be in it. It'll be cooler than yours. And we're gonna have, you know what? Our Death Star is gonna be 100. You know what? It's gonna be the size of a planet, and you guys can't come on it. And I'm gonna have shiny stormtroopers. So,
There's gonna be black people.
yeah, we're gonna have black stormtroopers and beautiful tall women stormtroopers, and you are just gonna have boring stormtroopers. So whatever.
Yep.
And that
She's
was
gonna
how episode 7 starts.
And was written.
And was written.
That's why I like it so much.
I enjoy. By the way, I really enjoy the character of Rey.
I love her. She's so cool.
Yeah.
She's spunky and fun.
She's
I'm not going to shit on it
Yeah.
because I have tons of things I could say to shit on it. I'm not going to because I was already.
Malik has the knife to your neck.
I was already. Well, yes, that's part of it. Also, I already did the devil's advocate thing. I like them. I do enjoy them. We talked about this.
I really
But-
like her.
and
She's cool.
I like Rey, but what's weird is I like Rey better because of the movies, but I like Jyn in the books. I just didn't give a shit about her in Rogue One.
Oh, really? I mean, I didn't read any of the books, but I watched Rogue One. I love Jyn. She's cool.
I think maybe it like fucked with my brain because I had read those books and I had like known everything about her, and then I was like, this girl has no character in the movie, and I think it was just I had gotten too much character.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm having a hard time telling the two of them apart. I don't know why.
Oh, Rey is the one with Kylo Ren,
She has a staff, and she's a little Jedi.
and
And she's
Jyn.
British, right?
Well, they're all
both
British.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all British.
Yeah.
Right?
Because in the future, everyone is.
Yeah.
Or is it the past?
It's the past. And it's far away.
If you're anywhere but in New York,
You're British.
you're British.
Yeah, it's actually the translator that makes us sound American. We're actually all speaking in a British accent right now.
Even now.
Hello.
Um,
I will say this for the whole scrapping the canon stuff. Like, the good side is like like the show had been around, or the movies had like started in the 1970s, and then they rebooted it or whatever in like 2016, 2015. There was like 30 years of just anyone writing a Star Wars book.
Yep.
And then it'd get published, and like, so like there was like this giant web of like the more established, like Luke branched off, and Leia and Han Solo had like 3 kids, and one was evil, and they were twins, and like all this stuff, and Boba Fett's blowing up half the universe doing his own shit, and Chewie has a family, and they celebrate Christmas.
And they weren't linked to each other at all. Someone could write a Star Wars novel, and 3 months later someone else could write about the same characters doing something else, and it was fine.
Yeah. Like it was like, I mean, there was some, like I read a couple of the Boba Fett stories, and they're really cool because like Boba Fett's like a badass, but like none of it ever made sense.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
You're right. But my thing about Boba Fett, and I think it's kind of cool, is in the movies, like in the original 3 movies, he has like maybe 10 minutes of screen time. And like in that 10 minutes, he shoots his pistol like once or twice, and flies around in his jetpacks, and then falls in the Sarlacc pit. That's
what says like he's no good to me dead or something.
Something like that, yeah. And that's it.
He doesn't
do anything.
Does he have any speaking lines? I think he does.
I think he says like maybe a line.
Yeah. He says he's
no good to me dead.
He says no good to me dead.
Yeah.
So he has more lines in the Christmas special.
Yes. No, he's very involved in the Christmas. Did you end up watching it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Watch it.
Is he in it?
No, they cut away. We didn't tell you about this?
They animated. Oh my god, it's so funny.
They cut away to do an entire animated side story with Boba Fett that makes no sense and goes nowhere.
God.
It's completely just because people liked Boba Fett and they wanted to put him in there.
But I loved it. Everything about that movie was beautiful. It's a new Christmas tradition.
Yeah, it's called Chewie Ruins Christmas. Look it up.
Clean up your room.
But I read somewhere it was because in the first time you see him, because like I think the first time you see him he doesn't do anything, and then the next movie is like when he shoots and dies and all that crap.
Yeah.
So like the very first time you see him
in Empire Strikes Back, right?
Yeah, the first time you see him, like he like kind of disregards what Darth Vader says. Like he gives him a command or something like that, and he doesn't like listen. So like people are like, who the fuck's this guy who's like giving the middle finger to Darth Vader? And then there was that like the time in between the 5 and 6 or 4 and 5, whatever ones he showed up.
I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, but there was that gap, and like during that time, people are going nuts about this character, and they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And he's so cool, and he's got all this cool armor, and he doesn't give a fuck about what Darth fucking Vader says. And then so like that's when like all these stories start popping up, and that's like when this cult of Boba Fett starts, and then he falls in a hole and dies.
Yeah.
And then
that was the end of it.
And that was it.
Well, I'm sure we've talked about this, that laughing monster thing from the cantina. I think he's got like...
How many episodes?
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb.
I think he's got like 6 books.
He's a Jedi. He's a dark Jedi Sith master.
He joined the Night Sisters for a hot minute. It was weird.
And it was... his all of that great canon all came to an end at the same time as Boba Fett.
No. Disney saved that canon. Yeah. They saved that.
What was weird for me was my mom bought me a disc. It was Learning Geometry with Salacious Crumb. That was a weird...
Because all he did was laugh at you for 20 minutes.
Yeah, he just laughs when you get things wrong. He doesn't teach at all.
But you passed your geometry class, didn't you?
I hated that laughter. I had to learn it.
Freaking asshole.
Exactly. Computer knows.
Yeah.
But, you know, I enjoy the reboots.
They did save some of the old books, didn't they? Like, I heard they saved, like, one for Tarkin.
There's a new Tarkin book.
Maybe that's what... I thought they saved, like, 2 or 3 old books.
Well, if it was an old book, they just re-put it out. So they might have amended it. And there's some stuff that they... If it happened in the movies and the book follows suit, then they said, okay, fine. But there's some things that, like... If Luke saw this person kill this person, then it's not canon. Because you didn't see it in the movies, so it's bullshit, and they wiped the book.
Yeah, I know they wiped basically everything that was in the movies. The Clone Wars series is still canon.
Yep.
The Star Wars Rebels is canon, and then the new movies.
Okay, so...
and then all the new books.
I just want to make one quick point about...
Phasma?
What's the new movie called? The second one, I mean?
Force of...
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi, thank you.
Yeah.
Pissed off some more fans.
How
But no spoilers, though.
could anyone not be pissed off? You're right, I guess I shouldn't do spoilers. But how could anyone not be pissed off, let's just say this, about what happens between Luke and Rey in regards to the training?
I think plenty of people who weren't children.
Now I'm going to go over here in the corner and seethe with Kane for a minute.
But this is part of this thing where I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and characterize myself and make myself the bad guy. I actually had an argument with somebody about this, where it's like, well, why couldn't she just find the power within? Fuck you! No! That's not what this is about!
Sure.
Kane, aside from your seething, is there anything you want to talk about before Isaac and Malik spoil the whole movie?
Destroy the
For some of us who haven't seen it.
You can't just say...
6,000 years it's been out.
Listen, Nathan, it's the same thing that happened in the first movie. You remember when she's fighting Kylo Ren and she just can?
Yeah.
It's the same
No
principle.
training.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. She's just, wait, why can she do these things that she can do?
And you're right,
For
because
no reason.
what made her life any more difficult than Luke's or anybody else? Yeah, what would make her find it within herself,
canon?
But nobody else?
What is the statement that you were making as a story? Like, the statement they're making to me, and this is the point I'm trying to make.
She's just inherently stronger?
She's a woman! You're a woman right now! This time in cultural history, and therefore...
But Kylo Ren's the same way. He had minimal training, and he's supposed to be a fucking badass.
Not minimal training. Minimal training.
He was part of the Knights of Ren.
What the
He
hell
was
is that?
trained by Luke. That's enough, right?
Yeah,
What?
up until a certain age until he, fucking ran away.
Wait, Kylo Ren was trained by Luke?
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, so...
Okay, yeah.
Kane, what do you want to talk about?
So you're just mad at the idea that
Kane, what do you want to talk about, Kane?
I actually did.
I am
have
not at
something I
all-
want to say.
I wanted Rey to be stronger than him, but I need her to have some sacrifice. Sacrifice something for that. It has no value if it's, well, guess what? I can just do this. And the only reason this makes sense to me, from the writing standpoint, is because at this point in cultural history, we needed strong female characters, and everyone was saying, yay, hooray! And it's great for that moment in time, but it's
You're
not
saying
good
it's not
for a story.
for a
Did you do hooray as a pun, or were you just emoting?
Hooray.
But but okay, fine. You can say that, but there's plenty of opportunities in literature. We just have men being strong because they're men,
Yes.
and so we can point out that she's strong as a woman because we need that right now. But we've had plenty of male characters that have been strong because they're just fucking dudes
Yes.
forever.
That's true.
So
Because they're having sex with dudes.
We can.
Homosexuals are stronger than straight men.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we know that.
We
You don't
can-
have to keep... I mean, that's basic science, Nathan.
Yeah, that's just, it's been proven time
You don't
and
have to
time
say
again.
that out loud. I mean, everyone here,
I mean, yeah, I know.
knows that.
We all learned it in 5th grade science.
the
but
more
still.
sex with men you have, the stronger you become.
Of course.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I just mean we can point it out, and you're right. But it's not unusual for us to make a spectacular human being be spectacular.
It's not.
Based on their gender.
It absolutely isn't. And I wanted to point out that I was talking on my ass when I talked about the female-led books. You know, I'm sure you're right. I didn't look into it. I didn't see a lot of the new canon. I'm sure that there's 17 books about men. But I am totally doubling down on this point. Totally doubling down. Because I love Star Wars. And I think that it had something, meaningful to say. It's got philosophy in there. It's got real writing. It's got, meaning. And I think that, when Luke was struggling with his training and he, almost went to the dark side in a way and all this stuff, this struggle, where is that? Yeah. Where's any of this? Where's the meaning? If you look for meaning in this story, the meaning is insulting to me.
Okay. If you take away that Rey is a girl, you're right. I mean, just separate that. I mean, don't take away, replace the character as a boy. I just mean that if you take it away, what's being developed here? And I'm with you with that. Which is a segue to, and then we can stop. Why I liked Catalyst and Rebel Rising, the prequels to Rogue One, so much, because they talk about the Force as people who don't get to use it. They're talking about it in this religious kind of way.
Does it go into that blind monk that's in the movie?
Yeah, I was
Do
just
they
thinking
follow him
about
around?
that, yeah.
No, he's not covered in it. But Jin's mom is a big believer because she's she's kind of an archaeologist-ish kind of thing. And so she's she'll say she'll go places and she can feel the Force. She's not a Jedi, but she's aware of it. And she tells her daughter about that. And it's part of the reason why she has such a hard time with her husband working on these crystals, because they're fabricated crystals and all this other thing. And so I really, and like you were saying, the philosophy behind the story, why I enjoy these books is because you get this, the steepness from it. I don't know. I'm interested in the depth There we go.
Deep misogyny.
I'm into the depth of the Force from people who don't get to use it, people who exist around it.
It is a cooler perspective.
So the people who don't get to use the Force, is it sort of like pseudoscience? Like they just sort of, come up with their own version of like what the Force is? Like they're just like, ooh, and the Force, it also looks after us and it, can heal you or something like that. They have like crystals
Han
or
mentioned
something.
it in the first movie. He was just like, I don't believe in any of that hokey, stuff. Like there's some people that don't believe in it.
Well, no, I mean, she, the way they make Jin's mom is she is very interested in like
guys, I really want to do this, but what is that? What is that coming under the door there?
What is that?
Toxic gas?
I mean, it's a green sort of mist.
I mean, is anyone boiling Mountain Dew?
I'm putting my mask on.
Do you have masks for the whole class?
No, it's just me.
Fantastic.
Can we share it, or
No.
is it kind of a one?
But it's got two faces.
It's a
You might as well let
one-person
one
thing.
of us-
No, this is when this one gets all cloudy and hot. I can put the other one on.
Okay, well that makes sense.
I understand that. It gets, and also I'm very spitty, so I would.
But maybe you
you
should
do.
find a way to get rid of it.
Get rid of what? The mask? Oh no!
I'm just gonna try and blow it out of here. Just gonna I get that.
Kane, you don't have lungs. You can't breathe.
Nathan,
Hey.
stop breathing it in.
Why?
We don't know what it is.
It kind of has like a carroty, oily flavor. You know what I mean?
Carroty, oily flavor?
You know what I mean? Like, have you ever been like eating a carrot and drinking like a little bit of motor oil?
Oh my God! He says this
I totally do.
Yeah. See? So it's kind of that taste.
Guys, I'm really embarrassed. I'm sorry. I was making some oil and carrot stew for Kane. I left it on the stove. I'm really,
Buddy.
guys.
Why is it emitting green smoke? Carrots are orange.
Yeah, but the leaf part's green.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all. I only throw the leaves in.
Gotcha.
That's where all the nutrients.
So
You want that.
you're saying it's safe to breathe without the mask?
No, it's poisonous.
Okay.
But it won't kill you immediately. It takes a few years.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And I'm
So
good.
sort of like smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know I'm safe.
Eventually.
That will radically shave years off your life.
But computer, if you could aerate the room, I'd appreciate that.
Turn a fan on or something.
Open a window. I don't know what we were talking about, but we've done Star Wars for a very long time, so if we want to talk about something else, that's fine.
Kane. Now that the air is cleared.
That's right.
That is right. Now that the air is, I guess, moderately less toxic. What's on your mind, bud?
I was going to talk about.
What do you want to wrap up? Here, let me sit in this chair backwards and turn my hat around. So now we can just wrap.
Is your sweater tied around your waist?
Oh, it is. I didn't even wear it all day. I picked this sweater out of my closet just to wear around my waist.
And the rest of us are in overalls.
Yeah.
No, it's over all day. We were that fucking sweater.
I thought
I would maybe talk about Jumanji for a second, but that's kind of a weird, tortured thing at this point because we're sort of like off topic. But
Well, I mean, this is a round table. We don't have to stick to the same topic.
Just talking about
This is a
things we're
square
into.
table.
And clearly, Malik and I
too.
might fight over stuff. I think ultimately we agree, but still.
Yeah, I mean, Malik did put the knife away, so.
I did. As long as we admit that ladies are cool and boys drool.
she had. I did not agree to that.
There's nowhere on record.
I was wondering where that came from. I saw that in the bathroom, and I was wondering who wrote that. So.
You were wondering.
Yeah.
Of all the other females on the... Okay.
If we could just get it on record that boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Yep.
Weird that ended up becoming true. That's
It is weird. Like, I don't know, like, after, like, the first, like, 400 or 500 men went to Jupiter became, like, idiots.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why
Why they keep going.
they kept sending
the
them.
trip was fantastic. I mean,
Oh, it was
both
fun.
The trip there and also the drug trip that
Yeah.
ended up going on.
Yeah.
You know
I think
how
that
they
might
get
have
them
played
there?
into it.
Hot Asian girls are on Jupiter, and
Right.
so everyone keeps going there knowing that it's going to make them stupider.
Right.
Yeah,
great.
but hot Asian girls, like, you can't turn it down.
You go there, you realize there are no hot Asian girls.
They fuck you stupid.
You have piles of Tide Pods, and what are you gonna do? I mean, what is there
Yeah,
to do?
what are you going to do? You're just going to sit there, eat them all with all the bros,
Get stupider.
and get retarded. And then you know,
Not retarded, stupider.
same thing.
Retarded her?
More retarded.
They're very politically correct on
Most
Jupiter.
That's true. They're idiots, but they're progressive idiots.
Hey, that's not cool, bro.
Yeah.
Don't use the R word.
Yeah.
Just all white knights on
What
Jupiter. White knight's probably not even right. Social justice warrior, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I think a white knight would still do the same thing.
I would just like to say for the record that all women characters are my favorite characters.
Every single one
I
of them.
don't dislike any females ever. Just to be on the safe side.
No, they're all magical angels.
Good choice, Kane. Good
They're all
choice.
perfect.
He's the smartest man on this ship.
I did love Wonder Woman. Loved it. Loved the
too.
whole movie. Loved everything about
Are
it.
you
I
flipping me off right now?
Sorry, no, I actually wasn't meaning to do that. It just came out of me. It was so organic.
It just felt right at the moment.
I was pointing to the ceiling, but just with my middle finger.
I loved Wonder Woman. She's all the way up.
Yeah, 2 fingers
I
all
give
the
her-
way up.
I gave her 2 thumb. Well, I gave her 2 fingers up.
But anyway, she did really like Wonder
I
Woman.
loved it. I loved it. I even liked the love story, which
Loved it.
people had problems with. I thought it was well
You didn't
done.
like what?
I said I even loved the love story part that I don't normally like in movies, and I thought they did very well.
It was just like such a casual love story, I felt like. And then they brought it up again in Justice League, and it really pissed me off.
That did piss me off.
Like, you couldn't just let it go. This happened like 50 years ago, and they're like, oh, remember your boyfriend? And she's like, ugh, yes.
If you're even gonna reference it, like reference it well. They were just like,
Yeah.
what did they say? Oh, I have a plane. I knew a guy who would have liked to fly this.
Yeah.
Oh, because he was a pilot. I get it.
We get it. You're still
I'm
hung up on that
following.
one dude. Anyways, that was terrible, but it was fine in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, was it kind of like a he was the love of her life thing and she still cherishes him thing? Or was it like you're beating
Just
a dead
they
horse?
shoehorned it in.
I think that's what they were trying to do. They just didn't do it in the right way. Saying like, I knew a guy once who'd love to fly this plane is a stupid way to introduce
she said that.
Oh, I knew a
Yes.
guy who'd like to fly this
if you
plane.
saw her like wistfully looking at a picture or something, that'd have been lame too. I can't think of a way to do it because I'm not a movie director.
Oh, so she's
But-
doing it almost in like a snarky way?
Not a snarky way. She just saw it and was like, "Oh, my boy.
Yep.
My boy.
I remember him, the one I had."
Also, Wonder Woman takes place in World War One.
Yeah.
World War One. That candle should be out.
Yeah.
They don't hold that
Yeah.
fucking thing anymore. It's done now.
She's
Like,
fucked like
true love
50
this.
million dudes by then.
That's very empowering.
Million.
You don't know that though, right? Do we know
We
how
don't.
many dudes she's getting with?
The thing that gets me about Justice League is
Plus or minus 50 million.
Wonder Woman doesn't wear a mask. So she's just like working as an archaeologist as Wonder Woman. And everyone's like, this is cool. And she's just like wearing a white dress, like doing her fucking job. It's fine. On the weekends, I'll go be a part of the Justice League. You're fucking Wonder Woman. Everybody knows you're Wonder Woman.
They're like sitting there like digging up stuff and kind of like glancing over and be like, I don't want to be that guy, but like, I swear my professor's Wonder Woman.
It's so weird, and like she like it blows her mind when Batman finds her, and she's like, "How did you know? You don't wear a fucking mask. You."
I
Wear
don't
a
have
gold tiara.
I don't have face blindness, so
I can see that it's you.
I'm the greatest detective on Earth.
I managed to piece this one together.
It's so stupid.
If it makes you feel any better, I saw right through the whole Clark Kent glasses thing in like 20 minutes.
I was about to,
20 minutes though.
it actually took me longer to find you. That was more obvious.
Well, because it takes, like, you know how you see someone with glasses all the time, then you see him without, you're like, who's that guy?
Oh, your eyes look really small.
Yeah, it took them a minute. They're like, oh, you're Superman.
And you are, everything about you is majestic, but you've got beady ass eyes. Put your glasses back on. They're ugly.
Yeah.
No, you're right, and I think that they also like kind of establish it's canon that he is Clark Kent and Superman, and Bruce Wayne is Batman. But no, she doesn't need to.
She's
The
just
Flash wears a suit and a mask.
Yep.
Yeah. But his side covers his face at least. Like, you only see his mouth.
So
Right.
I just always assumed Wonder Woman was Wonder Woman all the time, but they showed her having a job in Justice League, and I'm just like, no, that doesn't work.
You have a problem with women having jobs? Is that what I'm hearing? Wow.
I have a problem with
The
her
true
having a
side
job
coming out.
and people not like losing their shit about her being Wonder Woman constantly. Sure, give her a brush. Is she qualified? No, she's fucking Wonder Woman.
But I'm curious, what did you think her job was? Because she still has to make money, right, to pay her bills as
Yeah.
Wonder Woman. What does she do as Wonder Woman?
Like as Wonder Woman?
Yeah, what does she get paid to do?
Wonder Woman, she's get paid to do anything, so she has to work at a museum
As Wonder
make
Woman.
money.
You're just saying
Appropriately.
she still has the same job. She just says, "Hey, I'm Wonder Woman. Nice to meet you."
Here's my resume.
As you can see here, I saved the planet 300 times.
I'm very old. Let me work here.
I've seen it all, trust me.
And that's it.
She wrote it on a piece of paper.
This
It's
is
like torn out of a notebook.
it's like flipping through a scrapbook, but it's famous paintings.
Yeah.
I was there when this was made. This was modeled after me.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I gave him tips on that one.
What's your resume? This picture of me in World War One.
Yeah.
Just slides it across the
Yeah.
table.
I was
Direct
here
eye
for that.
contact.
How about that?
I came up with the idea for Alice Island.
Yeah. See, remember World War One? I was around for at least like 100 years before that.
But she still chooses a liberal arts job, which means she's making like $40K a year.
Oh yeah, no, she doesn't do very well.
She's the brokest Justice League member.
She has to fly because she can't afford a car.
Well, I mean, Clark Kent's just like a newspaper reporter. I can't imagine that's too much money.
Huh.
But he's got his wife. He's got that
what?
lady. So they got dual incomes. So they
Oh right,
save money.
right, that's true.
Dual income. They're dinks. They don't have any kids.
And she's gonna get another reward according to the movie. Anyway, I don't know why I went down that way.
I don't know what the Green the Green Lantern's a military pilot, so
He can make anything he wants.
Yeah. The Flash is a scientist. I don't know how much money scientists make.
And Bruce Wayne is killing it, sitting on that investment income.
Yeah, just
Right.
whatever it is that he does. Like,
Right.
They never do. They ever like mention like how he's so wealthy?
I think he just has money, and when you have money, you make more money.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
He just
Like
sits on
money
it,
begets
Just
money.
has more money. He buys more money with his money.
Well, he does buy a bank.
I'm running out of money. Better buy some money.
Some more money.
He's part of the Federal Reserve. He just
Like he has like the Batman.
yeah, the Batman. And Wayne Mintz.
Oh yeah, and Wayne Mintz, which is a greater source of income.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Mars.
Yeah.
You know, just
They're delicious.
fat bars.
Bat bars.
He owns all the rights to Wayne Newton.
Yes.
Everything he ever did.
Yeah.
Wayne Scotty.
Wayne Scotty. Wayne's World, actually based off of his teenage years.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a weird place for us to have went. I actually had real things to say about this movie. I don't know why we had to just make Wayne puns.
Isn't that what the movie's about? I haven't seen it, but I just assumed at least a good 50 minutes of them all sitting around the table making fun of Bruce Wayne.
I wish it was. I really wish it was. It would have been better.
His parents, his great grandparents, were some of the original Wainwrights.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, this isn't hilarious. Where's DC? They need to sign us. We're gonna start writing comics for them.
Let's talk about Dragon Ball Super some more.
Just go
So
right back.
Batman vs. Goku.
Who wins?
Oh.
Goku, we'd kill him.
Shut up. No, we'll get murdered. Don't weigh in on this. This is way too heavily charged.
Neither of them are women, so I'm fine.
Not by you, by nerds.
Gotcha. You're right. I don't want to play that game.
Batman vs. Chi-Chi.
You know, guys, this has been fun, but I really gotta get out of here. I gotta prepare for this starting off the game show. I'm auditioning to be on it, and I really need to work on my game.
What?
Or,
Game.
you know.
Game show? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that game show I always watch. You know?
Oh, yeah, that one's creepy. I hate that show.
I get like a really weird vibe from it.
Yeah.
What do you have to do? Like, how do you practice?
Well, I'm just trying to. Okay, so we could play one of the games they have on there. It's,
Not the one including lobsters, right?
No,
That one scares me.
I don't like that one.
Not the lobster one. Not the hamster cage. This one is quotes. We're doing
Just quotes. That's
Yep,
the name of the
you
game.
have to
Okay.
identify quotes.
All right.
That seems way safer.
I'm into this so far. I was on my way out, but yeah, that sounds good.
It's not lobster quotes, right?
Yeah.
Famous lobsters.
Famous lobsters.
Quotes from famous lobsters, yes. It's
I only know red lobster.
Very obscure.
things what lobsters say. That's one of the...
Don't put butter on me.
Okay, so are you ready for the game, or let's play the game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I do want to play the game, yes.
Is it a free-for-all or are there teams?
It's a free-for-all.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, I was so hoping you were going to say teams. I feel like this side of the table is going to win.
I hate that side of the
Yes,
table.
this side over here.
Yeah, all
On
Simpsons
the
quotes
cool
all day.
people side.
Oh, well, let me go ahead and name who's in the room. We have Malik on one side looking at me, then Nathan, you're also on the other side. We're sitting across from each other,
Correct.
and then Kane is sitting to my left.
It's weird that there's so many tables on the bridge.
Computer panel is to my right,
And omnipresent throughout the ship.
of course.
Great.
So really, he's everywhere.
So let's just go ahead and play this free-for-all game.
Just as a warning, Isaac, I don't think you could see it, but Malik did pull her knife back out.
Stop threatening me every time a game comes up.
Well, I'm sick of you looking in my eyes
You're
like
s-
that.
She's clenching it
Threatening me.
really tight, and like there's blood on her hand, but she doesn't seem phased.
It's fine.
She's holding the blade.
It's blades on both sides.
Yikes. Okay, well, I guess I let the Wookiee win.
Yeah,
Very rusty.
It's a quote for you guys.
Sure, let's play.
it's not canon. Okay, so what? Like, the computer's gonna play a clip. We gotta guess where it's from.
That is
sorry,
exactly
Gary.
how it works.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Is that an example?
Yes, that was the example round. That's what it says on the screen, at least.
Do they do that in the real game?
I think in the real game, he just like bashes your femur with a hammer. From what I've seen,
When you get it wrong?
Yeah, you get it wrong.
it just
Or
seems
at
like
the
they
start of a
there's
new
like a
round.
lot of hammers and leg bones.
A couple different bad things that can happen to you. Sometimes the host comes up and just sneezes in your face.
Yeah.
He's allergic to wrong answers, so
And lobsters, and
Yeah.
it's mostly run by
you have
lobsters.
to take it on the face. If
Yeah.
you see him walking up, doing one of those,
Yeah.
you can't turn
Yeah, you
away.
can't
It's
shy away.
disqualified.
First person to run in front of his sneeze gets extra points.
Yeah.
Gotta get that sneeze on you.
All right, so we're ready, computer. Give it to us.
The DVD menu to install Windows 95.
I don't know, some middle school science video they have you watch. It tries
And that's what a penis is.
to get you to think that cell walls are a lot more exciting than they really are.
Did you guys see the?
Mark Wahlberg.
I don't remember what they were talking about, but Kane, I'm sure you saw this. It's an installation disc for some Microsoft product, and it was Jennifer Aniston and Matthew Perry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They
I've
were
seen
huge.
that. Yeah,
I can't remember what it was for.
Yeah.
though.
I think it was for
One
like
of the
Windows,
Windows, right?
Office or something.
Yeah.
Or like
Windows
actually
Office.
Windows 95 or 98 or something. But it was them, and they were being like hip and cool about installing your printer.
Don't you want a great word processor?
Okay, play
And
the
they
next
end
one.
up high-fiving that paperclip that's always trying to give you advice.
Yeah, that's back.
Clippy.
Is that the same clip?
Yes.
You just cut Matthew Perry's hands, and
Yeah.
he started cursing at it, and it cuts. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, play the next one, computer.
You go. Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my
Gone with the
dear,
wind?
I don't get
Okay, so that's gonna be... Yeah.
Yeah, frankly, my dear,
Damn
I
it.
don't give a damn.
Okay, we're playing on teams now. Because I don't want to lose.
I'm killing you guys.
Well, Kane, you should win. This is unfair.
I slowed down.
Also, I get to pick which team I'm on, like, mid-game.
change whenever he wants. I got
Yeah,
it.
I get it. I get it. All right, what's the next one?
Is this 3 or 4? I don't even know where we are. We're not keeping score. We gotta.
I think I have
I think that's just one.
Oh, is that
I
1?
think that's one.
Oh, I thought that Windows DVD thing was like. I really thought that was part of it.
No, that was just the computer loading the play disc. maybe you should get like.
I know.
Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back, that's Han Solo or Harrison Ford.
All right, I think you win
You
because
didn't have to do all of that.
Yeah, and
His
please,
parents' names.
yeah.
He grew up on a farm in a small town in Indiana. 1976.
Indiana Coruscant. blah,
Wait,
blah, blah.
wait. Han Solo or Harrison Ford grew up in Indiana?
Funny story.
Go ahead.
Make my day.
I know the quote. Don't know the movie.
That's
Yeah, that's actually, like, I know that.
That is Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, right?
Serpico.
Yes, it is Dirty Harry.
Dang. I wanted it to be
UI.
Serpico.
And it's, what's his name?
Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
All right. How many more are we doing?
What? Oh, until someone wins.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, give me that.
It's,
Wax on, right hand.
Karate Kid.
Yes. I couldn't form the
Damn
words. All right. So Nathan.
I want to go home!
Nathan's went in.
Buzzing.
I brought the thunder if anybody hasn't noticed.
Thunder.
Alright, for all the marbles, here's the final question.
Alright, this is a lightning round, I
So
see.
sick of gambling for marbles.
Yeah, he keeps taking all our marbles.
Do one for Maverick.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
Oh,
Ferris
Ferris Bueller!
I got it by like a hair. I would have said I got it by like a hair.
I had something in my mouth. I would have said it before.
Yeah.
damn it.
All right.
I'm really glad I put that in there right before you answered.
He always carries sardines with him just for this, I guess.
So I guess we're all winners.
No,
We're all winners because we
Nathan
all
won.
I
Nathan
did
won.
win.
How did he win?
He got like 2 of them before the rest of us did.
Sure.
No, he
Dirty,
didn't.
Dirty Harry.
That was
That was-
Kane.
No,
I said Dirty Harry.
Oh, Jk.
I mean, I
I think
said
one
it.
was Kane, because Kane also got Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Oh, which one did you get?
Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
I got one.
And,
All right.
And we'll give everybody Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, we all said Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller at the same time. But,
Except for you, because you were coughing.
Okay, so I said
choking
it
on a
throughout-
sardine.
I said it through the cough.
I just feel like if anybody lost, it was you.
I think we can all come on a general consensus.
That's good.
If anyone's femur would be smashed with a hammer, it'd be yours.
You know, guys, that's great. I lost. Haha, but for real, the smoke is back.
Oh, are you making more soup?
This is not me this time. I swear that's not me.
But I never took my mask off.
Huh.
I was wondering why you didn't take the mask off.
I don't trust anything now.
Is there more behind the door? Or?
I don't know. You should grab the handle really quick. Like, don't.
Oh, like
Test.
if it's a fire and if it's hot?
Yeah, exactly. Just grab that handle.
Okay.
All right. How's it feel?
It never occurred
also
to me,
breathe
but
the smoke in.
I do find it weird that we have a sliding door that has a handle.
Yeah, yank the door open.
Okay.
All right.
Turns out it just slides.
Oh,
like
okay.
like a Japanese door.
Yeah. Well, you know, I had those installed.
Yeah, I like it though. It's like a shutter.
Very homey.
Oh wow, it's super thick out here. Like I think it's actually pea soup. You know, it kind of reminds me
This
of like the smokers. You know what I mean? From Waterworld, the bad guys.
smoker.
They were the bad guys.
I thought you meant the people who hang outside grocery stores and light up
No.
immediately.
Doesn't remind you of that at all?
I thought he meant
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, me too.
Tongue
Never played
lashing
it.
creatures.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it
Huh.
ever in my life.
Does this feel like an adventure starting? I feel like it's the start of an adventure.
Kane. What the hell is this thing? What is this on my shoulder? What is this? A mouth? What is that?
It's
Oh god! It's Kane, grab me! Ah!
All right, I have to go after him.
Get out.
I'm on my way.